Okay, thus far in our topology, we've created VLANs, we've assigned VLANs to interfaces on specific switches, and we've created trunks to run between all of our switches 9K1 through 9K4. Now, what I want to do is I want to see who became the root bridge. Now, when it comes to the root bridge, I'm going to say show spanning tree. And what I want to do is I want to look at the configuration. I just want to know who the root bridge is. So I want to be able to first define or identify who the root bridge is. So I'm going to say show spanning tree for VLAN 100. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the context sensitive help. And one of my options here is going to be I could specify the root switch. So we see here the root switch has an identifying value of a MAC address, and notice it has a priority. Now remember, we discussed what comprises the bid, the bridge ID, the value that's going to determine who becomes the root bridge of a topology. It's going to be the device with the lowest system MAC if the priorities tie. Now remember, I said 32.768 was the default priority in the configuration. We see here it's 32.868. But if I take 32.768 and add 100 to it, this is the value that I'm going to use. And also notice that it's telling me that on 9K4, let me repeat that show command here. It's saying the root port is Ethernet 1.5. Now we'll talk about root ports here shortly, but this is just kind of my hint because this is telling me how 9K4 is going to reach the root bridge. The root bridge in this topology, the only device that's reachable out of Ethernet 1.5 is going to be 9K1. So if I take a look at 9K1, and we say end here, and I say show spanning tree, and I want to look at it just from the perspective of the VLAN that I created. So show spanning tree for VLAN 100, what you're going to see is this particular device is the root bridge. So the system MAC address of the root bridge and the system MAC address of the switch match. So that's a perfect way to determine which device in my topology is the actual root bridge. So again, if I came over here and say show spanning tree VLAN 100 and I say root and we take out the value, it's also going to be pretty straightforward, and it's going to tell me, dude, I'm the root bridge. So this bridge is the root of the topology. Now, this is important because it's going to be after we determine who the root bridge is, we need to determine or to talk about how we elect that idea of the root port. And I'll illustrate that again later after we discuss root port election from the perspective of another demonstration. I'm Terry Vinson, and I'd like to thank you for learning data center with me.